Good afternoon, my knitters. How are you? You're watching Recreational Knitting. My name is Karen. Just briefly, this podcast started out during COVID as my husband and I traveled the United States in our RV. Hence the name Recreational Knitting. We traveled all 48 states in a matter of 4 years, and we're back now in the Ormond Beach area. This is a knitting podcast. Once in a blue moon, there'll be something else. I have finished objects. I do. The Screaming Goat, he's here this week. He's here for 3 finished objects. Let me get the first, the easiest one to show. This is a pair of socks that I finished, a pair of shorties. You probably remembered these if you've been watching a while. These are made in Lorna's Laces, who does not die any longer, in the colorway Fiddlehead. And that's where I was the last time, and that's all I needed to do to finish them up. These actually got buried. Not pretty. It got buried in, I have a little basket, a big basket. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. It's a big basket full of whips that need to be addressed. And this somehow was on top and just kept getting further to the bottom. This past week I cleaned out some things and found them and said, really, that should have been done months ago. So they are finished. 2 socks, 2 screams. Yes, so those are finished. They have not been blocked. None of what you're going to see has been blocked. We are in the middle of hurricane season, which means we are very humid. And humid, that almost sounded like I said human. What was that about? And I've got a pile of things over here that need to be blocked. And when we get a little bit less humidity, I will do that. I still have an end to weave in, don't we all? So that's the first finished object. Yay for me. Yeah, so I have a new pair of socks. Not sure why it got buried. You know, things happen. Okay, I have another finished object. Let me get the right. This is the Exordium shawl. It's finished. This is where I was the last time I showed it, which was probably a few months ago. And I said, you know, just get this done. This is on my Make 9, so I wanted to get at least another thing finished. So yeah, I've made a lot of progress. There's a lot of stitches that go across there. And I have my own design feature. Do you see how that goes? Yeah, that's not supposed to go that way. I forgot a yarn over, and so it looks kind of arrowy. Totally screw up, but did I go back and fix it? No. So I was off on my count because I forgot a yarn over somewhere. If you notice it, you're too close. So, yes, I am excited. Let me put this on and show you what it looks like. This will be my Christmas go-to. I am keeping this one. I've told you for the last few times that I've shown you what the yarns were. This is Glamping by Emma's Yarn. It's in her 80% merino, 20% silk base. And this is not Emma's yarn. This is Neighborhood Fiber Co. in the Leakin Park colorway, which, if you know Baltimore, the dyer has a very keen sense of humor. Leakin Park, back in the day, was where everybody felt they found dead bodies. And so, blood, just saying. Yeah, Leakin Park is, I don't know how many acres of park on the kind of the west side of town. And yeah, it's kind of known for devious behaviors. So yeah, lots of drug dealing. I think it was on The Wire. If you watched The Wire, I think it was mentioned several times about Leakin Park. Somebody's body was found over there. Ain't no joke, all right? So, another finished object. That got two just because. Yeah, that's a big project done. I used most of the skein. I probably have maybe 7 or 8 ounces left of the Emmas. Hope you can see that color. That's really a lovely color. And this is the Leakin Park Neighborhood Fiber Co. Has almost little stripes of pink. They almost read pink. But yeah, a lot of garter stitch, so very easy. This is, I don't know what stitch this is, but again, very easy. And then stripes, but very soft. The Neighborhood Fiber Co. is a single, so it's not very twisty. So while I was knitting this past week, I was getting a lot of fuzz. And so, you know, when you pick things that are going to be wearable, such as sweaters, singles are not your friend typically. But sometimes we do it just because we want to pick off fuzz balls. All right. So yes, again, let's see if YouTube can possibly pick up something that's decent as far as yeah, they're not gonna. It's gonna be something with my mouth wide open or my eyes shut, one of the two. All right, that's 2. Let's see what the third one is. Something that I've been talking about for the last month and a half or 2. It is my Tankar top, the petrol. Again, this is a very, very simple pattern. It's very comfortable. I kind of wore it around here the other day, and it was really kind of nice. What it was waiting on was, you know, a nice little I-cord around the, let me see if I can find a better spot here. It's going to be able to see it better. There we go. There's my I-cord. Applied I-cord is not fun for me. I don't mind doing I-cord. It's just the applied, you know, picking up the stitch and, you know. The only reason I did it was because we had this ribbing, then we had garter, and then stockinette, and it was kind of wavy at the arm. So I wanted to make sure that it looked good enough. I'm still debating. I did not do the neck. I'm still debating. And there's a stitch marker. Wonder what that's for. Let's hope it's not a drop stitch. Ah, anyway, yeah, so that's that. Looking forward to wearing this. It's made with Drops Bell, which is 14% linen, something percent cotton, and something percent viscose. It feels cotton. It's splitty a little bit, as you would expect with some linen content. I'm real pleased with it. If I have a picture of me with it, I'll try to put it in here. We'll see. We'll see if I get that, if my memory's that good. But yes. Just gonna do two just because. So yes, that is 3 finished objects this week. So that's fun. That, again, not blocked. This is gonna take a long time to dry. So I wanna make sure we have a breezy day, not hurricane strength, but breezy. Let's plop that on the floor. And so I can get it dry. Yeah, I have ceiling fans in most of our rooms. And of course we have air conditioning, but even so, it's still humid outside and it's just not optimal at this point. So I have 2 of the labels made. So yeah, those all are 3 of the works in progress that I had at the beginning of January. So getting them out. So hopefully I'll have another 1 or 2 for you next time. Yeah, this is one I thought I might be done with. This is the Cancun lace top. And this is by Erin Kate Archer. I showed you the first panel of this last week. I might have it upside down. I think I do. I do. Yep, I do. And basically what you'll do is mattress stitch so you have a little cap sleeve. And I'll wear this with, I have a black linen dress. So I got the first one you saw last week. If you were, and if you're new here, this is made with Lion brand cotton, bamboo, and linen. This is a different color, obviously. I'm not sure what the color way is on this, but it's a dusty lavender. Really quite nice. This is really, for the price point, this is something that I would suggest for those kind of, I need it drapey kind of wraps. Summer weight, obviously. But that's the first piece. And the second, I've made some progress on. Not as much as I had hoped. I was there last time. So I've gotten a few things done, but it's about halfway. Yeah. So, yeah, this is going to be what I concentrate on, I think, this week. Get this done, get it over with, get it blocked so it'll be ready to take on our cruise in December. Like it's September right now. Okay, who am I fooling, you know? I can't possibly get ahead of the game, can I? Anyway, so yes, that is the Cancun Lacy top. As you can see, I have yarn here to make another one. Whether I will or not, I'm not sure, but I had bought these 2 colors and I have enough to make a second one. So, and this I've made, let me show you the pattern again. This is supposed to be a pretty cropped length. I made some modifications to this pattern. I added 2 sections of my own, and these in between each section, 4 rows of knit. I made it 6. Let me show you that on this finished one. So it's a little bit, it's hard to see when it's so open like that, but there's 6 rows here instead of 4. So I made it longer. That's, you know, the crop top looks cute on the little girls, you know, and young women who still have a cute figure. But, you know, when you're in your late 60s, it's probably not a great idea. Just saying. So, yes, I'll continue to work on that, and hopefully that will be done by next week. I tried to get myself together to do this on Sunday and get it up, but that just didn't happen this week. There was a lot going on. Yeah, just a lot going on. Luke had gone to Massachusetts for his 50th high school reunion. I can't believe that, 50th. How could that be? Anyway, he went there, and during all of his socializing, he managed to grab a strain of COVID. So, not funny. He came home Wednesday. I picked him up at the airport. He was looking pretty ragged around the edges and went right to bed. Anytime he goes right to bed, I know that he's ill. So, yeah. So trying to stay away in a house when somebody else has a pretty contagious ick is really difficult. But yeah, there was a lot going on. I had gotten 2 vaccines myself on Tuesday, the day before he came home. And I wouldn't say a reaction. My immune system really grabbed onto those. So I was feeling about, 78% too. So yeah. All right. So that's what was going on. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Excuse me for doing that. My make 9. I can cross this one off, right? So I've got 2 that I finished. This is the Etta. This is my Tankar top. And now I get to, the Exordium is off. Yay! 1, 2, 3. It's not fall weather like it is in Minnesota. This is, I picked it up the other night and said, oh, I gotta wait a minute for this one. So this is the next one that I'd like to finish. I have not even cast these on and likely won't. These 4, I can see that 2 of those will be done. Maybe 3, but I'm gonna realistically say 2. So make 5. It's all good. Right, so that's not a bad thing. And here is the progress on one of those. This is the Breezeway. And I've made some decent progress. Let me take it off this hanger. And again, I would not recommend putting your hand knits on hangers. This is only for display purposes, for me to get them up off a table. All right, here's where my marker was last week, right here. So I put 2.5, 3 inches on it, which is really pretty good when you think about it. I'm getting to probably maybe an inch or 2 away from the ribbing at this point. So yay! And I'll need to pick up sleeves, and then it will be done. It's doable, right? Really doable. This is made with Trilogy yarns, and it's in the colorway Unicorn Farts. And I've had to do helical knitting the entire way with 3 different balls. And yeah, I still have plenty of yarn left. There's another ball in there too, but very similar. But yes, yeah, I'm liking it. Yeah, so that could technically, if I really hauled butt, I could technically have that finished in a couple weeks. So yeah, so that's why I say, there's probably possibility of probably at least 2. All right, it's another work in progress. Let's see how my scrappy September cow is doing. I still haven't done anything with Ravelry. I apologize. I'll try to do that today. Anyhow, haven't done a lot with this either, but you can see I did do a little bit. This is going to be one of my priorities, along with those 2 sweaters, tees. But yeah, I'm liking how it's looking. Yeah, liking how it's looking. I found another color when I was cleaning things out. Found this pink. It was part of my Advent last year. So those are all the colors that I still have left to put in. I don't know about I'll put this sock yarn in or not, but yeah, these are definitely more doable. I think that yellow kind of just doesn't do it. But this is, I don't know, this is the one I'm using currently. I'm not sure what this is. And this is the one that I just found. This is from Orlando Fiber Co. If you want to do a Advent, she does, I think it's a 12-day. I think that's what I got last time. And that's what I got last year, was a 12-day. And this is lovely yarn, high twist, really nice. It's I think it's 80-20. I think it's 80-20. It's very, very nice. This is definitely more 75-25. But again, I don't remember what it is. I don't even remember using that for anything. Been around a while. This is some Holst garn that I had that I made a vest in. And I don't know that I'll really use this now that I'm picking it up and feeling it. Not my favorite. I know a lot of people love it. I thrifted the actual vest when I was able to finish it. Was not for me. And then this is an earth, which I personally am not fond of. The yarn, it's pretty thin and it's also splitty in my estimation. Now, this has been in my stash for a few years, so maybe their base has changed. I'm not sure. So I have some work to do. So hope you're doing well with yours. Leave a note if you're participating in this Scrappy September. Yeah, it's just a quick and easy way to use up some of our stash that, we've been looking at for, in my case, several years or longer. And yeah, it's just a way to get rid of some of that. If you haven't started, you can probably go ahead and get started, and it'll run through September 30th. And hopefully I'll get that board up today under Recreational Knitting. Oh, I forgot to show you the pattern for that I'm using. This is a paid-for pattern. And it really is for any sock yarn or sport. And I think you could do it in any weight, really. And it's called hard to read backwards. One Chevron Cow by the Mouse Army Mitten Company. I just thought it was an easy way. It looked a little harder than it was. I've worked a little bit, and when I say a little, I mean a very little, but that's okay. A row here, a row there. See what I mean by very little? Yeah, just a couple repeats. This is an Italian summer scarf by the Italian knitter. Let me show you the pattern for that. It's made in Wonderland silk. That's the pattern. It's a freebie. And this is called Hawthorne Tree. So it's greeny gray. It's coming out more gray on my camera, whether it looks true to you. And the light isn't bad, but it's still coming out more gray than it is. It's definitely more green than what I see. So yeah, you just knit until this is gone, basically. You knit halfway, and then do the other half. So yeah, I have ways to go. And that's really it. It can still fit on the screen. So yeah, this kind of got buried too this week with the fact that I wanted to finish a couple things. So yeah. Okay, what else is here? This I've made some good progress on. This is the Berkeley Shawl. And again, I think I've explained this to you before. My local yarn store is giving these patterns away if you buy a skein of Ba yarn. That's her parameters. I would go in, if your local yarn store has Ba yarns on the shelf, I would go in and ask them if you're interested in this. It's really quite easy. I mean, it's, yarn over, knit two together every so many rows, really. It's very easy. And I've made some progress. The B is where I was last time. So, and of course, it gets longer and longer and longer each time. This is made with, maybe you can see that better this week. Got little speckles in it. This is called Baby Steps. And it reads gray, but if you look real closely, let's see if I can get this to focus. We're talking the easiest pattern on the planet. But again, simplicity is really nice. So it's very, very soft. This is, I think this is 100% merino. And I'm using, and I forgot to mention this last time, there was a shop on Etsy that had a trial package of Lantern Moon. And it came with needle points, a cord, the little screwdriver thing, and 2 stoppers. And I thought, I'm going to try this. Lantern Moon. I'm sure you can't see that. Anyway, and these came in the US 5, which this pattern actually called for, US 5. And so I love them, absolutely love them. In fact, so much so, I bought a little case. to store all my new Lantern Moon interchangeables. Okay, wait for it. I have 2 other points. These are 10.5s, and I think these are 8s. They are. And these are the little screwdriver thingies that come with it. These are all really lovely. And some cords. So I have some options. They're slick, but not too slick. You know how sometimes wooden bamboo it's stickier. These are better than that. They don't stick as much, but they're stickier than steel or nickel or whatever this is my new purchase. I think that's cute. So there's not a whole lot of room. I don't expect to buy an entire set, but I bought the 10.5s because I want to make a ranunculus, and I thought, okay, I have 10s and I have 11s in my interchangeables, but I don't have 10.5. So I'm going to try it. Yeah, even though I made a ranunculus on a 10 before, and it was fine. So, but I thought I'd try it even bigger gauge. Anyway, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. So yeah, they're pricey. They're pricey. I looked at a full interchangeable set. Yeah, but you know, if I buy a tip here and there, you know, not bad. Is that it? It is. That's all my works in progress that I've done this week. I showed you my new acquisition. I have a new acquisition from a few weeks back. A few weeks back, this is a funny story. A few weeks back, I was supposed to go to the Yarn Lounge. I was having a pretty bad week of inflammation in my knees, and a friend said that I needed to take a chair just in case seating was poor. I saw on the website that a lot of the seating were benches. I'm thinking, okay, they sent out an email saying that the parking was going to be bad, and I have a handicap tag, but if there's no handicap spaces left, you know, you're still out of luck. And here in Florida, I know you're going to be shocked, but there's a lot of people that have handicap tags. So I called one of the friends that I've made at the yarn store, and I said, "Are you going?" And she goes, "Well, I don't know. What do you?" And I told her all the parameters that I had found out. Parking was bad, might need your chair. And she said that her knee was hurting as well. And she says, "How about if you just want to meet at the yarn store tomorrow and we'll go there and knit?" And I said, "Wonderful." So that's what we did. A friend was staying with her, and so we all met. And then she came up with this, "Oh, I think the Hoarder sale is on this weekend." And I said, "Oh, do tell. What's that?" And she goes, "Oh, I didn't tell you." She went on to tell me that she had heard about a craft. Well, this lady became ill. She's now living in New York State with her kids. But she was a hoarder. There's just no way around it. She had excess materials in her home. Her home was very clean, and she loved to do all kinds of crafts. She had, at one point, I think there were 4 spinning wheels. They had huge amount of yarn that the person that was taking care of this estate just ended up throwing it away. She said it was massive. And I keep looking at that. Anyway, so she goes, you want to go down? And I said, yeah, that'd be great. I just want to see. I'm a spectator. I'm in. And she said that the prices were amazing. And she had the cricket, she had everything that you can imagine. Plus, then she had furniture and everything. If she had one of something, she had 3 of everything. I am not kidding. It was crazy. And I was on the 3rd week when I went down to see this hoarder's crafting supplies. So we walk in, the house is lovely. It's just everything, everywhere. Dishes and you name it, she had it. Lovely things, really lovely. We're not talking just junk. We're talking really, really nice stuff. You can tell immediately the furniture's lovely. She has sets of china, not just one, many. Sets of glasses, not one, many. All very nice, just really nice stuff. So we went into the craft room right away. My friend had gotten, I think, a loom and a spinning wheel. I think. And some odds and ends, knitting needles, needles, all kinds of things. She had gotten some wool for spinning. She'd $80 worth, but she said if you had bought it new, it probably would have been $400 or $500, all of it. Well, no, not even that. It would have been much more because of the spinning wheel. Much more. She was just talking about the little stuff. So I don't need a thing, as you can see. But I came across this. This was $25. It is only it's got 6 different sizes. One of them is on a project already, but it comes with cords, which were neatly placed, and more cords. And the person that was doing this sale had them all neatly together. Another cord, more cords. They're 16-inch cords, which, I may use, sleeves. And the little rubbery things that go with them. And I got all that for $25. But when I got to the cash register, the lady said today's 30% off. So, yeah, whatever that is, that's pretty good, right? For a half set of Hayas. These are, let's see what sizes they are. I looked at one point. I think they're like 2s. Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Which are mostly what I use. If I have one size 6 needle, which I've, the 5s are on something else, but if I have one size 6 needle, I have 10. And I think this retails, this set, if you can find it. This is an older set, but I think this is 90 something. I got a deal, ladies, okay, and gents. Yeah, I got a deal. So I was real pleased with that. But I did find this little gem. This is my little sheep that I got. And on the bottom, it says Delph. So, yeah, like I said, she didn't buy anything that was not nice. She had some good taste. But isn't he adorable? Yeah. He's cute. I like him. So yeah, I think this was $2 and this was 17 something, I think. I got it out of there for less than $25. Deal. So new acquisitions that I really wasn't planning on, but knitting needles. Can you have too many? I think you can, but I'm not there yet. It was good. All right, I am very quickly going to wrap this up, but first I'd like to thank everybody that has stuck with me. I can't believe that. It's been over 2 years. I can't believe that. But yeah, I'd really like to thank everybody that's been with me. And if you're new here, I'd really like to welcome you and hope that this was something that you found some value in, some entertainment. You know, looking at other people's stuff is always fun. Yeah, so I was going to get into some books and TV, but looks like I've just chattered too long as it is. So, on that note, if you put in a comment below, I know that you've stuck with me this far. So I just want you to write the word hurricane. I hope that you have found some joy in your knitting this week. I know I have. Getting things off the needle has really brought me joy, and I've realized that it's a nice mix when you have smaller things to finish while you're still working on sweaters. But it's really nice to be able to finish some things. If you've not done so already, I would really appreciate if you'd subscribe, like, share if you can, in any way. That would really help my numbers. I'd like to reach 1,300 by the end of the year subscribers, and I'm getting there. Yeah, this is great. If you've made it this long, put hurricane in the comments in the sentence, and you'll be eligible for a prize drawing. I'll be drawing last week's prize next week. Okay? So if you haven't seen that one, go back. You've still got a week to check it out and see what you need to do. Yeah, I've decided I'm going to give little things away here and there. So be on the lookout. Anyway, you know how it goes. Knit in peace. Because I've really bad news. Looks like crochet hooks, maybe? I was on my way to it. She got excited. Sure. Sure. Why not? I told my husband I wasn't going to buy anything. Ah! Well, it is, but you know. Well, that's probably what Luke is saying. Pictures of this for yeah, I have almost 13.